you know, I don't like to clickbait, so I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I'm quitting YouTube, okay? If you want to leave, you can do that, that's okay. But if you want to know why, then stick around for a little longer, because I've got a little bit of a story to tell you that's happened yesterday, and honestly, this has been going on in my head for a couple of months. Yeah, it's really been a bit of a dilemma whether I stop doing this or not. If I did, I had another plan. I was going to really focus on playing bass, because I love doing that, playing bass guitar. Not even for a band or anything, like, not to make it big in the music industry, just to play bass for my church, join the youth band and all that stuff, because that would be really good. And also, my heart's not in it anymore, really. Honestly, make this stuff anymore, because I don't really feel like I should be doing that. And the reason I don't, especially, is because of what happened yesterday. So, my school's got a Christian union, right? It's a Christian school, it's got a Christian union. I've never been to it. I just thought the other day, yeah, it might be rubbish, it could be amazing, so I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go and see how it is. Turns out the guy who's like a reverend in the local church, he's there, he does the Christian union, but it was his last week there, because he's leaving to go to Bristol. It was his last week this week, and yesterday he was giving us like his final words of wisdom, if you will, and he was talking about the presence of God and how God's given us skills for our lives, things that we should be doing. And he was talking about this one guy, this athlete, who was an Olympic sprinter, and also he was a winger for Scotland, so he was pretty rapid. But he was under a lot of pressure from the church at the time to go and be a missionary, which is basically where you talk about Jesus in loads of different countries. You travel all over the world preaching the gospel, because he was a really good preacher. But he didn't want to do that, because he told them that he didn't feel the presence of God as much as he did when he ran. And also he talked a little bit about his son, who's like, this reverend son is a national judo champion. On the way home from a tournament, apparently his son said to him that, "Dad, I really felt the presence of God when I was on the mat today." And I realised when I was listening to this that I never feel the presence of God when I'm making videos for YouTube. I mostly feel the presence of God when I'm in church, praising, worshipping, just jumping around. You can feel it anywhere, but that's where I feel it strongest. And I really do enjoy playing the bass whenever I find like an extra half an hour. I've not been doing that consistently for the last 2 years, doing this YouTube thing. But the 2 years before that, I absolutely loved it. I really thought that was directing me, giving me like an answer. It was his last week, my first week, keep in mind, and he had that to say. And I'm just like, right, I think it's clear that I need to give this thing up and pursue playing the bass, join the youth band, lead other people into the presence of God. And also the first 2 minutes that we started chatting, and I told him that I played bass, he was like, "Oh yeah, every church needs a great bass player." And I'm just thinking in my head, right, that's a sign, isn't it? So what that means now is, yeah, I'm stopping YouTube. Maybe it turns out I'm wrong, and I'll come back 6 months later, but honestly I see a very slim chance of that happening. I've got one more video going up tomorrow, and then that's it from me, and it's because I think it's the right thing to do. But anyone, especially if you're younger, like 12, 13, 14, obviously if you're under 13 you need like your parents to approve the channel and whatnot, but just try your hand at YouTube. Please just do it. If you want to do it, if you want to maybe pursue YouTube as a career but you don't know how you feel about it really, then just spend some of your spare time doing it properly. Learn the skills. You learn loads of skills. Honestly, there's a whole list of them that you're going to learn, like marketing strategies, SEO, which is getting your videos optimized so they show up in the search bar in YouTube and on Google. You learn filming, editing, scripting, how to storytell as well. There's loads of stuff, graphic design even with making thumbnails. There's absolutely shed loads of skills that you can learn from doing YouTube. So I really do encourage you, if you want to do it, just try and make 100 videos is what people say. I know I've only made 80, but go for 100 videos and see how you feel. You'll learn loads of stuff along the way. Like, I'll be honest, these videos aren't the best to edit just for the sake of it, but you know, you can earn some decent money editing, so I might try and look into that, because it's really something that people need right now, and some people are willing to pay for it, and I think I do a decent job. And I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Yeah, thank you for everyone who's followed me, especially from the start. You're all amazing, thank you. for all the likes, the comments, the views, the subscribers. Thank you for everyone who's stuck with me. I'm gonna take a step of faith. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. So it's May the 4th. So may the Force be with you, but also may the Lord be with you. I believe you're all a blessing. So go be that blessing. Amen.